It's interesting when we look at Earth's history. The first time we encounter the word atheist is in Greek history. In 5th century or 6th century, we see the word atheos, which simply means without God. In Greek history, this simply meant outside of the Greek belief system. When you look further on in Earth's history, during the French Revolution, the word atheist came onto the scene and was on the forefront of Earth's history. Many people began to advocate the supremacy of human reason over Bible and Bible prophecy. When you look later on in Earth's history, Charles Darwin brought the word atheism to the very forefront of the world. He brought about the study of natural selection and made it famous with his counterparts. The world was now confronted with the theory of evolution. When Charles Darwin looked at the world, he was puzzled as he looked at the geographic distribution of wildlife and fossils, and he began to proclaim evolution. Later on in Earth's history, this caught the world off guard, as such thinking of the possibility of humanity and this world not having been created by a deity was something that people had never thought of before. When you look at this time in Earth's history, attacks and major attacks came on the book of Genesis. But it's so profound to see that in the Bible, in around AD 66, Peter was inspired by God to write about the time when people would deny the existence of a world flood and the recorded elements of Genesis. In 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 36, we read and it says, "Above all, you must understand that in the last days scoffers will come, scoffing and following their own evil desires. They will say, 'Where is the coming he promised?' Ever since our ancestors died, everything goes on as it has since the beginning of creation. But they deliberately forget. Long ago, by God's word, the heavens came into being, and the earth was formed out of the water and by water. By these waters also the world of old time was destroyed." Oh friends, people later on in Earth's history would willingly ignore that the God of the universe created the world, and there was ever a world flood. And so it is that we are living in those very times when the book of Genesis is one of the most attacked books of the Bible. God was not caught off guard by this. God knew this ahead of time. He knew men like Charles Darwin, Richard Dawkins would come onto the scene of Earth's history and begin to try and refute the Genesis account. And that's why when you look closely at the works of creation and the intelligent creation of intelligent design behind it all, you can see the works of God. In modern times, Antony Flew, a famous atheist philosopher, looked closely at the intelligent design behind our world and concluded that God had to be real. In 2007, Antony Flew wrote a book outlining the reasons why he changed his position, and the book was entitled, "There is a God, How the World's Most Notorious Atheist Changed His Mind." Oh friends, today we're bombarded on every end by the theory of evolution, natural selection, and all these things that try to refute the Genesis account. But oh friends, when you look at the vastness of this world, when you look at the evidences all around us, they point to a God who is a creator God. It is no wonder that the last message of Earth's history that God gives to the world in Genesis chapter 14 and verse 6 and 7 outlines and refocuses the world's mind back to a creator God. Oh friends, I appeal to you today. Why don't you take time to look into the vastness of God's creation? Why don't you take time to look at what God has detailed in the book of Genesis and begin to see what Anthony Flew and many other scientists are beginning to see, that God truly is an intelligent creator and he has a wonderful future in store for you and I.